Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to have it here just past the 25. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than I... also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? Moves out like a 9-9-9 route, 9 meaning go. Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
On 2nd and 9. Allen finding Knox there, complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
But sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll run with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 25 yards that time. Well, with Saquon Barkley, you often think of the elusiveness, the quickness, but... And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other side right out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're trying to get back on track. They had the loss last week to the Dallas Cowboys. The good news, they've got the lead right now. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Off the play fake. Jones. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Barkley inside handoff. And some space here. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
On second and very short, Allen. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The New York set to take the field. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give the offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
And now a throw on first down there. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of... The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he can't find a receiver. Brought down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Under pressure, they got him again. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. He completes it to Beckham. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gano the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah,
Allen hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. With it is Jackson. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Allen now on first down.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, 45 yards.
And the Giants have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth.
Extra point try good by Gano. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. Now Allen. They'll try for Singletary, loses it. They find some open field here. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery on a Giants touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And this offense on third down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is third down and 12. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And some room to run now. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And the Bills are going to recover. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. Allen now looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Bills send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It got his man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Now this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And the Bills getting set to go. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And that should just... They return it to the end zone. Fans usually love to see